Let's get back to Haiti now. You know, the heavy damage clogged up the port there at Port-au-Prince, and that's the main supply route for quake survivors. But now, part of that port has actually reopened, and so has the supply route. Our Chris Lawrence takes us there.
Like thousands of others over the past week, the children at Heart for Haiti charity had little food, and its medical staff no supplies.
There was almost nothing here. We had to treat people with what we have.
But now, U.S. military dive teams have reopened part of Haiti's main port. Ships held back at sea for a week are now docking. And more importantly, unloading life-saving food, water, and medical supplies.
The very first vessel we had in here was the Crimson Glory, completely loaded 124 containers.
Lieutenant Commander Mark Gibbs says it took all day to unload a ship they normally finish in 6 hours. That's because only the left side of the pier is strong enough to support weight.
I'm incredibly sensitive to it because if we lose this pier, that's it. We can't bring anything else in here.
We saw the port 40 hours after the earthquake, when it was completely shut down.
The earthquake has buckled the road almost as tall as I am. There's no way you're going to get a truck through there. That was then. This is now. It's not pretty, but the concrete pile's been knocked down and enough gravel put in to get trucks rolling through here again.
But we wanted to make sure supplies aren't just sitting here like they did at the airport.
This is all milk and water.
We watched Robert DeVries load up with food and medical supplies right from the Dutch ship. And we followed him back to his Heart for Haiti charity. This mother says her child is running a high fever. That man has an infected head wound, untreatable without the medicine DeVries and his team just picked up at the pier.
Especially antibiotics, everything to keep cleaning wounds, gauzes, and things like that. Yeah.
It's a pattern that needs to be repeated, from ship to shore to survivors.
Now the military is expecting the arrival of their underwater construction teams. Their job is going to be to actually try to fix the pier so you can put more than one truck and more than one ship on there at any given time, really push that aid out a lot faster. Chris Lawrence, CNN, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
The port's partial reopening is a good sign for Haitians waiting for food. But did security concerns over scarce food go too far in one incident? Well, our Carl Penhall was at the scene yesterday when Haitian police shot and killed a man suspected of stealing rice. Witnesses said he was not looting.
As we drove up to this busy crossroads just beyond the Port-au-Prince airport, we spot two Haitian police officers detaining two young men. Then a single shot rang out.
As we were stopping the truck, more shots rang out and we clearly saw the two detainees falling to the ground.
This is where we begin rolling our camera.
As we got here to the spot, it became apparent that the incident was somehow connected to bags of rice.
Both men lie bleeding, both shot in the back by the police. We saw one officer firing shots while his captive was on the ground. 20-year-old Gentil Cherie is gasping for breath. He is dying. The other young man is unable to stand. He's stunned, but speaking. He says they didn't steal the rice, they were not looting. The cops jumped on us. It was a gift, he says again and again. 5 bags of rice are scattered nearby. A truck stopped and we jumped on, and the driver gave us the rice as a gift, but the cops shot us, he says. This patrolman was one of 3 involved. He won't answer. Minutes after, this police area commissioner arrives. I ask him if the police have a shoot-to-kill order for suspected looters. Nobody can do this in any country. Even if somebody was stealing a bag of rice, nobody has a right to do this, he says. He promises to investigate and says he's calling an ambulance. We wait. No ambulance arrives. Passing United Nations peacekeepers stop a truck and load the wounded man aboard. A small crowd carries another wounded man, who says he was waiting for the bus when he took a stray bullet in the side. He tells us he's a Christian minister who was going home after applying for a job as a policeman. We asked around in the small shops. Witnesses told us nobody was looting. This store owner says the rice bags fell from the truck and passers-by simply picked them up. 2.5 hours after the shooting, and Gentil Cherie's body was still on the sidewalk. Nearby, his mother had come to grieve.
Unbelievably powerful. And the CNN sent a crew to the Haitian government, right?
Yeah, exactly, Anderson. I was going to mention that to you. We sent a crew down to the Interior Ministry to try and ask them, is there a shoot-to-kill policy? Now, no surprise, we didn't find the Interior Ministry. As you know, the government has been sorely absent in this whole crisis.
Right.
We then go down to the police commissioner's big bureau, and again, nobody to be found there who's willing to comment on this. But if we get any more comment on this, of course, we'll let you know.
You know, I mean, it does raise a lot of obviously disturbing questions. We've seen Haitian police officers shoot in the air. We saw that at the looting situation that we were involved with a couple days ago. But I mean, shooting two people in the back is a different thing entirely.
Completely different. Like I say, what alerted us to what was going on, we were driving past to another location. We hear one shot, that gets our attention. We turn to look, and both Jerry Simonson, the cameraman, and I see the Haitian police with hands on these two detainees' shoulders, and at point blank, bang, shoot them in the back.
There's a long history, obviously, in Haiti of police forces, you know, with human rights abuses, with the whole detention system here is completely overcrowded and full of abuses.
Exactly. I mean, this is the Haitian police we're talking about. They've got one of the worst records in all of Latin America, if not the world, and that's not just linked to this current government, but to almost all previous governments we can talk about, including, of course, the Duvalier regime.
There was a big attempt in the late 90s. I remember coming down here a lot with, I came down, I think, with the New York City Police Department one time, with U.S. military, which was retraining Haitian police. They were trying to bring them up to international standards. I'm not sure how that actually ever really played out.
Again, another part of this sorry aid story, because it's not just now that aid is failing in Haiti. There's a lot of people with great intentions here, but it's just not worked. It's not like the schools ever really worked here. It's not like, because of all the aid here, that the hospitals really ever worked here, and the orphanages aren't great either, all of which have had huge amounts of international aid.
Billions of dollars have been poured into Haiti over many, many, many years with little to show for it, except for the people who ruled the place have very nice country homes in the south of France. And I mean, Raoul Cedros, the old dictator, who I remember I was here the night he was flown out of the airport, he has a house in Panama. I mean, you know, how some little general can afford a house in Panama is sort of, you know, an interesting question.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting state of affairs. There is no other word for it. And that, for me, is really the big challenge going forward. We can't take our eye off this ball. We can't let people just take Haiti back from this current state of misery to a state of poverty and then forget it.
Right.
You know, we all collectively have got to aspire for much more for Haiti going forward.
And certainly the Haitian people deserve that. Carl, appreciate it. Another